Well. Hello, Facebook. How are you today? I am so happy to see you. It's been a while, and I'm really happy to be here. So, yay. Sorry, I was looking at the comment thread and how that happens. And then I was thinking I should make sure that you all know I'm live. So I'm super happy to see you. It's really, really great to be here. I am super excited to come live to you today because I have a little message for all of you. So as you know, I've been talking for a while about being Christian and being a witch. And I released a podcast interview that I did about this a little while ago, and I got this overwhelming response from people about what does that mean, and that's how I feel, and oh my gosh, yes. So I wanted to jump in here a little today and talk a little bit more about it, and talk to you a little bit more about this message that has just really been like on my heart, and share with you this vision that I have about what this means. So let me share this to my feed real quick. Yay. Awesome. So good. Love Facebook. I've kind of missed being live. It's been a long time. So I wanted to talk a little bit. Well, I'm just going to dig right into this. So there is a listening and a reckoning within your body. There is a quickening that is centered deep within your soul. You can hear it like the rushing river thrumming in your veins. When the seasons move from one to the next, so too does your body, and you are compelled to move with the seasons. This is the magic that flows in your blood, the magic of earth and cycling and nature. This is the power that the patriarchy has trained us to move away from. This is the life force that sustains our soul. Your calling as both a Christian and a witch is to deepen your intuition, to connect with the divine, to bring into balance your purpose here on earth. Really think about that idea. Your calling as both a Christian and a witch is to deepen your intuition and connect with the divine, to bring into balance your purpose here on earth. It is not an either or proposition. They are not exclusive of each other. It is not either I am Christian or I am a witch. It can be both. You can feel the love of God and feel the love of the earth at the same time. And in fact, they are the balance of the masculine and feminine that we are all born with. So if you really think about what has happened historically with this separation of Christianity and witchcraft, there is a purpose to keeping those things separate. If I believe deeply in the love of God and the mission of God to love and be loved, and I believe in my power to listen to my intuition and that still small voice inside of me that says, go out and do these things, I become an incredibly powerful human being. And one of the things that helps Christianity sustain itself, especially what many people call empire Christianity, is the idea of shrinking things so that empire Christianity can maintain power. And this is a really important concept because for some of us, we spend an entire lifetime denying one piece or another. I grew up in Utah. I really struggled with religion my whole entire life. I struggled with the parts of me that knew intuitively how to make magic happen, that knew when I trusted in the power of my magic, I was able to manifest great things. I was able to help tons and tons of people. I was able to create community. I am able to create community in ways that nobody can understand. My favorite power, though, my favorite power that I have is to help people spill their guts the first time they meet me. And they always say, I did not mean to tell you all those things. Nobody knows that. And I get to hold that sacred container because that is not just one of my powers as a witch, but it is also a power that was given to me by God. And this is really where my hope is that we start to break down this dichotomy of you can either be a Christian or you can be a witch. You cannot simply be both. Because I think it's a both and proposition. Are you a Christian or a witch? It reminds me of that scene in The Wizard of Oz where they're like, are you a good witch or a bad witch? And this is really where things have gotten muddled up by people, particularly people who believe that witchcraft is wrong or bad. We are trained to believe that surely we cannot be both. Once you surrender to the idea that you can be both and, a flow begins to move through you. It emerges in a way that is unexpected and thrilling all at the same time. Surrender equals transformation. If you can surrender to the idea that you are not put on this earth to just be one thing, but you are put here on this earth to be both and many things, but that you know how to listen to your intuition and your calling that lies here on your heart. And if you can be fluid and flexible in embracing all these identities, then that's going to bring you closer to God, closer to your personal power, and it transforms all of us into powerful change agents who can learn how to embrace all the aspects of ourselves. We become the change we wish to see in the world. If you continue to resist the entirety of who you are, it will continue to press upon you until you have no choice but to open the door. What we resist persists. Stop pushing away from your calling. Hello, Melanie Childers. It's nice to see you. This is a time for radical vulnerability and a rewilding of your soul. This is a time for deep expansion so that not only can you receive an outpouring of love, but you can give an outpouring of love into the world. This is a moment of our reawakening. There is no better time than right at this very moment to bring together your wisdom and your grace for transformation and change. We need you to hold on to that faith in God and love and the divine masculine trinity, to balance it with joy and power and happiness and the divine feminine of life. Those two things, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, come together right now at this moment. When Mother Earth is saying, I've had enough, and God is saying, connect deeper into yourself and to your soul so that you can connect and cast a net throughout the community to make beautiful and amazing change. Your internal compass is the voice of the beloved driving you in the direction of your fullest self. Let me say that again. Your internal compass is the voice of the beloved driving you in the direction of your fullest self. It is the change you are waiting for. Your powerful intuition is the space of creation where everything comes together. The voice of God and the seat of power is your intuition. It's within all of us, especially as women. Whether we can create life with our bodies or not, we have a seat inside of us that is truly the seat of God and the divine. Hi, Sarah. I'm happy you're here. Writing is a form of prayer. The foundation of writing is spelling. Spelling is an action of intention and creation. Praying is the casting of the most powerful of spells. The reason we've been led to believe we can't hold God and magic in balance is because we become too difficult to contain. If we hold this balance of prayer and spelling and divination and creation, we become unstoppable to the patriarchy. That is why for thousands of years we have been led to believe it is either or, not one and both. We cannot possibly be the same. When what we know for sure is thousands of years ago, pagans were chosen to bridge the gap between Christianity and paganism. Over and over, we were called to be the bridge between those two things. This is a legacy that goes back thousands of years. Attune yourself to the thrumming of your blood, the rhythm of your soul, and the divinity of your magic. This is what we have been waiting for. This is why we are rising. And this is the conversation for all of us to have with our communities and our families and our friends and even people who this totally freaks out. Because it is time for us to learn how to use our sacred intuition. It is time for us to identify our natural talents, leverage our natural talents, and release our shame to harness the power of our ancestry. This is the moment that we have been called to. I'm so happy that you are here to heed this calling. I really invite you to start engaging in conversations with me and other people who both describe themselves as a Christian and a witch. I invite you to think about how you can bring these two forces together in order to go out and change the world. And I personally want to invite you to join me in December as I present a masterclass on how you can really bring together and connect the dots of Christianity and magic so that you can learn how to harness the power of your passion and harness the power of your intuition and harness the power that you were given by the divine to bust through this myth of either or thinking and move into a both and space where we can truly, truly make changes in our community. This is a new way of thinking for so many people. Our legacy was planted thousands of years ago. I hope that you will join me in conversation to learn how to conjure, how to tap into your intuition, and how to engage in prayerful, masterful spellcasting that truly changes the way that we operate on earth. Thank you so much for being with me today. I honor you so much, and I'm so grateful that you are part of my world. I hope that we continue this conversation and that you send me messages and that you connect with me, not just here on Facebook, but on my other social media platforms as well, so that we can really blow up this idea that we can exist as good, God-loving Christians who really think Jesus is the bomb diggy, and also as witches who create masterful power in the world. I look forward to connecting with you. I'll make sure to drop a link to that masterclass in the comments. Have a gorgeous day. Bye.